Tuesday evening, and things are very quiet. A little bit of showers out there earlier, but otherwise not seeing any major concerns for now. We've got a warm holiday weekend coming up. We'll talk more about that forecast in a little bit. Plus, it is very active in the tropics, just not on this side of the planet. Guam getting a major typhoon into around areas of the western Pacific. We'll talk more about that coming up here in just a little bit. Questions, concerns, drop them into the comments section. This is Weather Overtime. This is WDEF News 12 from downtown Chattanooga, Tennessee. And again, we cover North Georgia, most of southeastern Tennessee, northeast Alabama, and a very small portion of western North Carolina in our viewing area. So we'll take a look at radar coming up in just a little bit. We'll also take a look and see about what's going on through the holiday this weekend and what we're going to be seeing for the potential of minor problems from storms out there. Doesn't look like severe weather, doesn't look like anything involving major amounts of rainfall, but if you have plans outdoors, you may have to get some indoor time going on. Questions, again, I'm going to keep up with the forecast, wdef.com/weather. That's also where you can find out more information and my email address. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austen Onek, in case I haven't said so. Keep it tuned to News 12 in the Tennessee River Valley for more. And, of course, we'll have more details coming up tonight at 10 with Emily Casulo and Rick Nyman and myself with what's going on with weather. Taking a quick look at the almanac page, we did manage to make our way into the upper 70s, but still below normal for this time of the year. Yesterday we were spot on normal, a little cooler today thanks to some of the extra clouds out there. Pretty close to where we should be on the low temperatures, and we are still behind for the month and the year. We could definitely use some more rainfall. Not going to be happening immediately and that widespread, but we'll be watching again to see what comes our way into the weekend. Our regular segment, again, for photography around the area. If you've got pictures, we'd love to see them. And thanks to Libby Jennings for a beautiful view. Don't know if this is sunrise or sunset from Watts Bar Lake. That's our West Shore home weather window picture of the day. We'll be posting this to social media, and if you would like to post your picture so we can see it, go ahead and post them to our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram pages. Or you can just skip all that and email us the information, pictures@wdef.com, and we'll be glad to post yours out there. We've gotten a pretty good amount lately, so we've got a few more days worth to get through. So if you've got some pictures out there, please send them along. We'd love to see them. Give us an idea as to what you're looking at, city, state, location, whatever. You don't have to use your name. You can be anonymous if you want to, but again, please send them in to us and we'll get your picture on the West Shore home weather window picture of the day. Currently, Lee Point, traffic moving along at 64 and 153. A little hazy out there on the horizon. You should be able to see Lookout Mountain lights there, but not seeing that for the time being. Taking a look toward the CHI Memorial Stadium camera at 24 and 75. Junction, this usually is a lot more crowded at this time of the evening, but good news at this time is the traffic is moving along quite nicely here on the interstate system around Chattanooga. Hazy in downtown, barely able to see the Lookout Mountain lights up on top and right toward the middle there, but we are seeing again some very mild and dry conditions for now. Temperatures just before 10 o'clock Eastern time, back in the lower 70s. Humidity's up there. It's not uncomfortable, but it is kind of muggy out there, and winds are light out of the south-southwest right before 10 o'clock. We did have some scattered showers around. The heaviest activity right now well back off toward Middle Tennessee and moving away from us. A few light scattered showers down to our south, and again, that's really all we've got for right now. Down to the south of us, if you are planning on traveling overnight tonight, the farther south you go past Atlanta, that is where we're seeing the chances of rainfall out there, and also down into around portions of Florida, getting a lot more activity going on there. Not technically tropical related as in hurricane tropical storms, but we do have a storm system that is sitting down across the area, and this thing has been wandering around the southeastern United States for the last several days, and the latest computer models from the last few days have been doing a good job of saying that this thing is going to be kind of wandering around but making progress. Well, it's just been kind of hovering in place over the northeast eastern Gulf of Mexico. Now, according to the latest computer model runs, what we are going to be seeing is the potential of this system getting a little stronger, not by much, but then making its way up and up around portions hugging the east coast. Now, again, remember that air around low pressure rotates counterclockwise, so as this moves out into the Atlantic and high pressure sits north of that, the both systems work in tandem, counterclockwise on one side, clockwise on the other, to funnel in a lot of moisture coming our direction. Isolated popcorn chances is what we're looking for. We're just not seeing too much in the way of major problems out there. Now, for the short-term forecasts, running the numbers into tomorrow morning, brisk, some temperatures up by Knoxville could be dropping into the mid to upper 40s or so, lower to mid 50s elsewhere, lower 80s as we get into tomorrow afternoon. The rest of the forecast into Thursday morning looks good, with temperatures again very much on the brisk side once again. That'll be kind of comfortable before it gets too warm during the day. Now, the computer models, when there's not a lot going on and it's high pressure over the entire area, the computer models start to get a little fidgety and they throw in chances of some showers, maybe a thunderstorm coming up as we go into Thursday afternoon. This computer model is seeing it. I'm not seeing anything else on the other computer models for right now. Comparing them with several other websites and the National Weather Service, just not seeing any indication that we're going to be picking up anything concentrated around the river valley as we get into around early portions of Thursday afternoon. Now, past that, we may see some more potential out there. So as we go into Friday morning, brisk, cool, few clouds, not doing too bad. And then by early Friday afternoon, getting close to the time that everybody heads out for Friday night and getting a jump start on that holiday weekend, there are going to be the chance of some showers and thunderstorms out there of an isolated nature. Still not seeing anything in the way of major problems. Now, as we get into the extended forecast going toward the weekend and right about the time that area of low pressure creeps its way up the eastern coastal areas, that is where we start to see the potential of more rain coming on through late on Sunday into early on Monday. It does not look to be, as we go just a little bit farther forward, some showers sticking around for Monday, but otherwise not seeing a lot of problems. But we will see an increased possibility of some showers and thunderstorms out there, and that's really going to be the gist of it again for right now. So far so good on the weekend, and again, for right now, the chances of anything major taking place are just really not out there for now. Let's go ahead and hop on to our 7-day forecast and give you an idea as to what we're looking for. Again, quite on the mild side. Temperatures, again, for normal at this time of the year should be right about here. Lower 80s will be a little bit above normal through about Thursday, right at normal through the weekend, and then much above normal possibilities as we get into next week, around the middle portion of the week as we go out of May and head into June. Where has the time gone? Through about Friday afternoon and evening, that is where we see the potential every single day, including the holiday itself, of some isolated areas of showers and thunderstorms. Again, popcorn type activity, not seeing a washout. There will be some activity around, but again, this is something to watch out for. I don't think you have to cancel any plans for right now, but I do think that it is important to pay attention to what's going on. Remember, if you can see lightning or you can hear thunder, that's the time to get back out of wherever you are outdoors and make certain that you are protected from lightning. When thunder roars, go indoors. It may sound like a silly poem, but if it saves your life, it's definitely worth it. So next few days, again, holding steady on the temperatures with a few raises upwards. Not doing too bad on numbers. A little warmer toward the end of next week. Not exactly screaming heat wave here. And low temperatures back in the upper 50s to around the lower 60s. So for the next several days, not really picking up too much of anything of a problem. Good news, again, for the Gulf, the Caribbean, and into and around the rest of the Atlantic Basin. We are really just not seeing anything happening at this time. From the National Hurricane Center, there is currently nothing showing up in the way of any development of anything else. Now keep in mind, again, Pacific hurricane season started about just about a week ago. Atlantic hurricane season has not started yet. It officially starts on June the 1st. So we are in the preseason So why are we telling you about this? Well, to get you in the vein of thinking about tropical weather, because once again, if you're going from, say, Chattanooga and going to be heading out on vacation to the Gulf, Florida, the East Coast, wherever, great beach weather, no question about that. But if there's something brewing out here that could be a problem and starts heading your general direction, the last thing you want to do is get stuck in an evacuation area. So there's no point going someplace if you're just going to have to turn right around and leave. So these forecasts, 2 to 7 days out from the National Hurricane Center, that again, the farther out you go, the less accurate it gets, but at least it gives you some idea as to what is actually happening out there, and that can do a good job of making certain you stay safe. So we'll be bringing these to you pre-hurricane and or depending on how things go post-hurricane season, and we'll see how that begins to wind up in the course of the next couple of months for that matter. Now, on the other side of the world, we are seeing again Typhoon Mawan, if I hope I'm saying that right, or at least close to right anyway. This thing has made its way. It fell apart a little bit, but it looks like the eye has reconstituted itself. When you have a strong hurricane, it can undergo reconstitution cycles to where the eye of the storm collapses and then it resurges, and it looks like that might be what's occurring right now, just before it makes landfall on Guam, way out there in the Pacific. So for right now, we'll wait to see what's going on. We'll bring you updates on what's happening tonight on News 12 at 11, but this is the major system right now. Nothing going on in the Atlantic, and so far, again, looking pretty quiet overall throughout the entire area. Got a class that you would like to have us talk about severe weather safety, vacation Bible school, summer camps coming up. Last day of class in the next couple of days, so the season is basically over with, the semester I should say. But if you'd like to get us signed up to come talk to your class, please do so. Go to the Food City Weather in the Classroom program at our website, wdef.com. We would love to be able to hear a little bit more about what you would like us to talk about. Give us your name and information. Give us more details about your class size, your class level, special topics you want us to talk about, things like that. So go ahead and get us on the books for the fall semester if you'd like to. And of course, there's summer camps and all kinds of other stuff going on, so we'd be glad to help out wherever we can on that, to be able to get people to get on board with that so we can get the schedule set as early as possible. We talk a lot more about climate journalism and climate change here than a lot of other stations do, and proud to do so, to bring more information. So on Tuesdays, we take a look at our hashtag Down to Earth section about what comes up where it comes to climate change in and around, from local journalism to international efforts. And again, this is an important thing because this is the only home we've got and we need to protect it. Climate change is happening. It is human caused, and it is something that we created as humans due to our lifestyle, and it is something that we can clean up and get taken care of and make certain our planet is protected. So we take a look at what goes on out there. I post several of these every week. You can usually pick them up at about 5 o'clock in the morning, and then they'll be available throughout the rest of the day on various media pages. But from salon.com, the first link talking about the cadre of a number of different very powerful organizations in very different sectors that have not exactly banded together, but have thrown a whole bunch of money to be able to convince you, the public, that climate change is either not a big deal, it's not happening, and if it is, there's nothing to worry about, so we can just go on about our business. So Salon takes a good look at what the situation is there and why what is being told to you by certain companies out there is not the case. The proof is out and in that we can see that we are causing damage to our planet. So again, something to excuse me, think about, and a good article from Salon on that. From Inside Climate News, nesting seabirds and various wildlife on the coast have done a very good job of dropping in population over the last about 50 to 60 years, somewhere in there. And if we can build those numbers back up again, seabird populations can actually help in what is called sequestering carbon, keeping carbon sinks instead of having carbon spewing out all over the place. And carbon, CO2, is one of the bigger problems, and seabirds can help accomplish that. So if we can bring the seabird populations up, we might be able to do something a little bit more with our environment by helping to protect it that way. That from Inside Climate News. And from Yale Climate Communications, how an early oil industry study became key in current climate lawsuits. So a lot of the work that was done by oil companies to take a look into the future back in the 70s and 80s to predict what would happen if more fossil fuels were burned to increase the greenhouse effect. In Yale Climate Connections, it's actually technically Yale Environment 360, but I didn't have the logo for it at the time. So take a look at that. Some great opportunities to learn more. And of course, you can find out more on all of these with the links that I post, and those are all available on my social media pages, and you can find out more about that just about any place out there. Hit me up for a game of chess at lichess.org, or find out more again at chess.com. You can find me on there. My handle is my amateur radio license, if you like to pop on and take a look there. That's pretty much going to do it for tonight. Again, we've got some very quiet conditions for now, so hopefully it'll stay that way. If it doesn't and things start looking a little louder out there, we will let you know. So keep it tuned to News 12 for information. Updates on the forecast always available, wdef.com/weather. And of course, we'll keep you updated as well. Chip Chapman will have more on your forecast. That's bright and early tomorrow morning, Wednesday, peak of the week. That's at 5 a.m., so stay tuned for more there. And again, anything you'd like to know about what's going on here, drop us a note through our website. We'd love to know what you think about this, our video weather blog, what you'd like to see more on here. Please say so, and we'd be glad to get that information out there for you. Live and direct from downtown Chattanooga, Tennessee, I'm Chief Meteorologist Austen Onek in the WDEF News 12 studios. Stay tuned for more with News 12 on air and online, and thanks for joining us tonight.